In this world, when people reach adulthood, they all form contracts with either angels or witches. However, while a witch's contract makes the individual invincible at the same level, the contractor is easily corrupted by the intent to kill. In contrast, angels are much stronger in the early stages, and as they progress, they can steadily level up. Because of this, most contractors have abandoned their contracts with witches, and instead, they chose to join the ranks of angels. Jack, in his past life, was the strongest assassin, and when faced with killing intent, he considered it the best nourishment for him. A few days later, the principal stood at the podium and addressed the students, saying that anyone who was able to form a contract should head to contract with an angel. The principal also stressed that they should never contract with a witch. He then began helping everyone awaken their spiritual abilities. Those who awakened their abilities could go to the divine space to contract with angels. The first person to step forward was John. He placed his hand on the stone tablet, and golden light flickered behind him. A massive angelic apparition appeared behind him. John had awakened a high-level spiritual ability. He then contracted an S-rank lightning angel. Next up was Jenny. She walked slowly towards the stone tablet in front of her. Jenny placed her hand on the tablet, and in an instant, the stone emitted a golden light that shot up into the sky. Everyone was stunned by the scene. What shocked them even more was that Jenny had awakened a super spiritual ability. People gasped, realizing she could contract with an SS rank angel Saintus. Jenny hurried to the divine space to contract with an angel. At this point, the principal once again reminded Jenny not to choose a witch. Jenny nodded in response, signaling she understood. Jenny then contracted with an SS rank radiant angel. After seeing Jenny's contract, the principal immediately burst into tears. It was then that everyone realized that even S-rank angels came with their own skills. The radiant angel's skill seemed to be Radiance Descends. Someone tried to step forward and pursue Jenny, but another person reminded him, Jenny's boyfriend is Jack. Upon hearing this, the crowd immediately fell silent. At this moment, Jack stepped out of the crowd. By then, Jenny had finished her angel contract. She then walked toward Jack, who was sitting below. Jenny immediately thanked Jack for his care over the past 3 years, but now that Jenny had awakened her super spiritual ability, Jack, upon hearing this, immediately chose to break up with her. Jenny was furious upon hearing this, demanding Jack apologize to her immediately. Jack, after hearing her demand, walked towards the awakening platform. Jenny, filled with rage, tried to stop him, but John stepped forward in time to stop her. He was confident that Jack could not decide his spiritual ability, and even if he did, he would be a failure. Upon hearing this, Jack immediately turned his gaze towards them. At that moment, a dagger was aimed at John. John froze in place, not expecting Jack's speed to be so fast. At this moment, the principal intervened to stop Jack. Reluctantly, Jack retracted the dagger. Then, Jack placed his hand on the stone tablet, and the surroundings were immediately engulfed in a blood-red aura. The principal gasped in shock, realizing that Jack had awakened a max-level spiritual ability.